What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and well, you already know where we are. I'm not gonna do the normal intro. Let's just head over to Hulk and see what's going on. All right, I lied. We're taking a little side trip and taking a look at Twosome Chocolate Emporium right now before we head inside the park. So let's go take a look. So we're much closer to Twosome now and getting a look at all the area. As we can see, there's actually some barricades up right here in front of it, so we can't walk down the pathway right here since it is currently getting dug up. They have some sort of post that's in the ground right there, getting some sort of work. And then the whole facade really coming together. We still don't have the entry sign right up at the top of the building, but very soon though. At the front entry area, we can see those barricades and the steel posts in the ground. A construction equipment vehicle right there. And looking up towards the smokestacks, everything is looking really great, guys. But check this out. We have some of the walls down. As we see over there off to the side, there is a break. We can get a neat look inside. Check it out. We actually have tables and chairs. Those are pretty fancy, actually. Very nice. Spared no expense on those. Neat little observation here as we can see the cogs. They look awesome, right? Well, here's the thing. Look off to the right there, and it looks like we actually have a motor for them. So believe it or not, I think we may have these cogs spinning. So the whole front entrance, I believe, is going to be very interactive. Those are going to spin. The little twisty things up here are going to spin. And then we'll probably have some steam or something like that coming out of these vents. Very neat. Something else to point out is just down the way over here, we have TVs that have been installed, as we can see right there, up in the air. Very nice. One last look at the Twosome Chocolate Emporium, and as we zoom in off to the side here, we can see not all the work is done just yet. They have a little bit left, but very soon, guys. But let's head inside the park now and check out what's going on with the big guy. So we're in the park now, and first thing that we can notice is check this up on the launch tunnel. We have some decorations going right back into place. These are actually different than the last time. They had more of a spiky spire to them. Now they're more jagged edge, but very neat to see. Decorations going on the very end of the launch tunnel. And here's another view at the decorations on the end of the launch tunnel as we zoom in. They're not quite done. Still have a little bit left on the side here, but check this out. We have some wiring up on this jagged edge, so I'm thinking we may have some sort of lighting going on with it very soon. So I believe that's actually going to light up too. Good news to report for us. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen the Hulk lights on, but here they are. They are on right now. It is just about sunset, so we'll see if in the next couple hours the whole ride is going to get lit up in that brilliant green color. We'll see what happens, guys. What an absolutely gorgeous sunset, and we can see those lights turning on. Here we can see a couple Universal employees, it looks like, possibly supervisors, and I believe they're actually doing some metal detector testing. As we see, the gentleman in the back has a wand, so maybe they're testing out some of the metal detectors. Sure enough, a little metal detector testing going on right here with employees to make sure that everybody's trained in how to do this. Very important before we start getting riders, guys. You got to make sure everybody is trained and up to date on the current policies and new procedures. On the other side of the launch tunnel now, there's a couple things to point out. First of all, we have that decorative theming right there at the top, where it looks like there's almost like a slash mark or gash. Very neat. But then we have those cables right there, which as we zoom in even more, definitely looks like we're going to have some sort of lighting on here on the end of the launch tube. And speaking of the launch tube, just down a little ways we have high gamma radiation, stay clear, so some decals have actually shown up on the side here. And then we have restricted military defense lab. No unauthorized access unless by order of General Thaddeus Ross. Very nice, and looks awesome. Finally happy to see some of those decals. So continuing on with lighting tests, we have, of course, those bright green LED lights right there. Okay, so take notice of that color and then check this out right over here. So on that one, there is a difference, definitely, because that one has some of the white LED diodes right there, but it is not completely green. And it is changing colors with the time too, so as we are standing here, it is definitely changing. One last look at the difference in the lights right here, and then we'll move on to more Hulk stuff. The main entry has been spruced up a little bit. In previous updates, we saw a couple scuff marks on the track pieces, like right in this area where they join the rails. But they've actually repainted it, so green is all over the spots, and there are no bad patches anymore. More of the training going on for the security checks. Did this one make it through? Yep, you're fine. What about the next person? Let's see if you made it through all right. The mist was on a little bit earlier ago, but it is now off, and it is revealing an awesome sight. Check it out. The bright green LED lights are now on inside the tunnel. Check it out, guys. And there's the big guy back in action. This time we have the front half of the train loaded up. But at least he's making test runs. It appears we were doing some block checks on that run as that train just stopped on the mid-course, and next one should be coming around any second. So something to point out real quick is you can see the launch tunnel is pretty dark right now, but the underside actually lights up. We can see through it whenever a train is about to dispatch. All the effects go off inside the launch tube, which tells us a couple things. One, we can see it from the outside when it's actually about to launch. Two, everything is now synced up. So that means from the water jets to the actual effects inside the launch tunnel, they all coincide with where the train is. Very exciting. So sure enough, there are the effects inside the launch tunnel turned on, which means we should have a train going up any second. In fact, there it is. Launch. Again, the lights come on inside the tunnel, and Hulk is about to launch. now. So you can see inside the tunnel the lights are turning on there. And then there's the big boy heading out. It does appear that we have a third-party company that is on site, and they're doing a lot of cleaning. We actually saw a pressure washer on, and they were doing that inside the queue area, and it looks like here on the exit area they also have work going on to clean up everything. So that is a very good sign, guys. We're getting that much closer. Well guys, that is going to do it for another Universal Orlando Resort construction update for the big guy Hulk. And we also had Twosome Chocolate Emporium, which actually had some new decor in there. Very nice to see over there. And then we came over here to Islands of Adventure and saw some great new features on the big guy. Glad to see that everything is getting into sync. And guys, we are still very, very close to having this open. And we're going to have updates from here and from other parks from around the world. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I'll see you out on the Midway.